Hey guys, it's Joel from Hybrid Defensive, and I'm here to talk to you about our multi-mount kangaroo shingle. And you have to bear with me through some glitches. I'm going live for the first time ever while also using a brand new camera mount, so you know what could possibly go wrong, right? So the multi-mount kangaroo pouch, which you'll see here I've got set up the way I wear it on my kit, is a MOLLE shingle. It's got 3 rows of MOLLE, 8 rows across, so it's basically set up where if you wanted to mount 4 M4 mags on the MOLLE, you could, but it's got some unique features that make it stand out a little bit from all the other MOLLE shingles you'll see, I think at least, and also it's a little bit different from, you know, kind of your stock, here's your pouches, these are the pouches I think you need, so go ahead and use these. I like options. I'm a huge fan of options. It's one reason why, you know, I like MOLLE. I got issued at one point in time some recon harnesses that had specific pouches designed for specific things, and I mean, half the time I found out, like, hey, I don't carry that item, so I don't know why I have a pocket for it, and I really don't feel like messing around and trying to cram this other item in this pocket that may or may not fit. So I really like the MOLLE. I like being able to get specific pockets for what I need, and I like being able to switch it up. So I know you're thinking, oh great, another MOLLE shingle, you know, because not everybody in the world's already made one of those. But there's a couple things on here that I think make this unique. First off, obviously, it's designed to be worn either with a harness, which we have our own harness here, or you can wear it on a plate carrier, which in this case, I use the Pig plate carrier. I'm a huge fan of the Pig line from SKD Tactical. Right now, my shingle is set up for the plate carrier, and I'll show you a little bit of how it can go back and forth between the harness and the plate carrier. But first, some features of the actual shingle itself. First off, all of these buckles that you see are split bar, so they're removable here on the side. On the top, what you'll actually see is there is actually a tab that you can take this completely off. So as you can see, I've got a G-hook. If I wanted to use it with this harness, I could use the G-hook, or I could pull the G-hook off and put a side release buckle on. So that's completely changeable. Right now, as you can probably see in here, it doesn't have loop on the back. This is a prototype. This is my personal prototype. The new ones will have loop there so that when you push everything together, it's a little bit more secure. I haven't had any reports of it coming loose, but you know, better safe than sorry, at least as far as I'm concerned. So, as you can see, this has a kangaroo pouch. But what's a little bit unique about this kangaroo pouch is it actually goes all the way through. So you can see this is a high-speed gear 3-mag kangaroo pouch. Goes all the way through, and you can see I've got a Faro Concepts sub-abdominal load here coming off the bottom. Now, most of the shingles out there have hook on the back. Mine does too. The difference is, for me, this hook is to attach this to this. It's not for attaching anything else. It's not for jamming stuff up in there. It is solely for getting a secure fit to your carrier. So obviously, if you want to mount other things like the mags, maybe a map pouch insert, which we also make, a dangler, maybe a, I believe RE Factor Tactical has a tourniquet pouch, a tourniquet sleeve that you can put in here. I designed this so that the kangaroo pouch goes all the way through, which allows you to mount everything inside here. So when you pull it off your kit and throw it on your harness here, there's no danger of anything, you know, coming off and getting unpositioned, moved around, you know, sticking to one thing and not to the other. And I kind of prefer that extra security. And like I said, it gives you options. I also think it's a little bit more secure as it sits. If I were to wear this without the plate carrier behind it, you know, this mag pouch would be attached to nothing but this. There would be no backup to it. There'd be nothing else holding it on except for these two strips. Whereas in here, this entire interior pouch is hook and loop lined. So it is very secure. It's not moving. So there's a couple quick features. The other thing is, you saw when I took this apart, when I have it in harness mode, I actually put just a little bit of padding on here. It's not much. It doesn't add a lot of bulk. But I figured since I need something on here to protect you from the hook anyway, why not add just a little bit of padding, maybe a little bit of breathability while I'm at it. So that is the shingle itself. So the harness, real quick, nothing super fancy. As you can see, I went with MOLLE all the way up, and then it actually connects here in the back. So this is one long strip of mil-spec 1-inch nylon that goes all the way from here all the way around the back to here. The idea being that you can use it as a drag handle, and you have lots and lots of reinforcement for when you grab and you have to pull, or you can just grab the whole thing and pull. This is a 2-inch mil-spec webbing. A lot of guys go with actually using the 1000 denier or the 500 denier Cordura as their straps, and it may be a little bit softer, but the guys that do my sewing have a lot of years of experience, and basically their opinion was that if we want a really secure harness that you can drag people with and do everything else, they went with the webbing, and so I agreed with them. They're the experts on materials, so I went with them on that. So as you can see, the webbing actually, the bar tacks actually go all the way through. So to protect the shoulders a little bit, and once again to give you a little bit of padding, we have these removable shoulder pads here. Not a ton of padding, just enough to kind of take the edge off those bar tacks, and they are removable. They just loop through. So say if you wanted to wear them as shoulder pads for, even for like a plate carrier or something, you could do that. The reason I went with MOLLE all the way is that, first off, I want you to have adjustments here, so you can move these up and down however you want. Gives you a little bit more options there. But on top of that, my goal in the end is to either develop or find current products that will actually integrate with this, so that you could wear a camelback holder, a source hydration holder, maybe a light backpack, but basically turn it into a system. I'm looking right now at a lot of SKD's stuff. Once again, they're pig line. Got some great stuff. In fact, a lot of their items I think will actually integrate directly with this. Even their you could use their shoulder harness instead of this one if you wanted to. They do make a MOLLE shingle as well. However, you know, maybe it's just my personal opinion, but I think my shingle is an improvement and is actually a little bit better than theirs. They may disagree, but you know, hey, it's okay to be biased when you own the company, right? So that's a quick overview. I hope it's been useful for you. If you have any questions, feel free to message me. My phone's on me just about all the time, so I will get back to you as quick as I can. Right now, I'm not stocking these. What I'm doing is, if there's an interest, I'll gather up orders. I'll put in the order. It typically takes anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks to get them built. This particular one is a 500 denier coyote, marine Marpac coyote is what they call it. We do also do, I can do multicam, and I can do black, and I can do woodland. Now all of those and any future Marpac coyotes will be 1000 denier. We put this together. 500 denier doesn't have quite the wear resistance of the 1000, and honestly, when I weighed a multicam 1000 denier next to the Marpac 500 denier, the difference in weight was less than an ounce. So I know, you know, ounces equal pounds, pounds equal pain, and so on and so forth, but for what this is really designed for, which is more of a short duration, direct action, you know, idea. It's not necessarily something that I'm too worried about. I'd rather have the wear resistance. You know, if this is sitting in somebody's trunk and their gear's rubbing up against it, you know, in a police car, or unfortunately now in an EMS, you know, in an EMS vehicle, because that's, you know, what our society's coming to. If this is in there constantly rubbing against other gear, I'd rather have the wear resistance than, you know, the half ounce of weight savings. So I hope that's been useful for you. Like I said, shoot me a message if you got any questions, and y'all have a great one.